to talk more about it, Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland. He's the sheriff of Terrell County, Texas, and a retired U.S. Border Patrol agent. Sheriff, good to see you again. Thank you. What we're seeing now, you've seen it firsthand. You've worked the border. How does it compare to what you have encountered in recent years?
Hey, good morning, and thank you for having me again. And I must say that, again, more honest and accurate reporting by Allie Bradley. It's a shame that our border's taken the back burner, if you will, in a lot of the media to what's going on around the world. You know, our border is important to America. But let me tell you what, just like borders are, Mike Banks said, hey, I had 26 years in the United States Border Patrol. I've lived my entire life on the southwest border. Other than my time in the military and my time at Border Patrol headquarters in Washington, D.C., what we are seeing now, what we've seen the last 2.5, almost 3 years now, is unlike ever before. And again, this is a problem that's been created by this administration. It's not a problem that is due to migration patterns changing in the world. It's been created by this administration, and it's going to take, unfortunately, another year until we have a new administration come in that hopefully tackles this issue.
Let's talk about SB 4 because it sounds as though Governor Abbott will pass it. It would create 2 new state crimes for migrants who enter or re-enter the U.S. illegally, punishable by up to 2 years in prison. It would essentially authorize local state law enforcement to arrest the migrants who unlawfully cross. Critics of this, Sheriff, say without training officers on immigration law enforcement who encounter these migrants would have to make some very quick decisions about a person's immigration status. What is the concern, and is that valid to that point?
You know, I don't have any concerns about that. And again, after serving 26 years, understanding immigration law, we're going to be able to provide some training, or the state's going to be able to provide some training, work with Border Patrol to ensure officers in other locations and other jurisdictions have the training they need. But it's really not difficult, and it has to do with being able to communicate, asking the right questions, and ascertaining, you know, whether they cross that border illegally or not. And let me tell you what, it's going to be extremely effective in areas along the border. It's not going to change a lot of stuff along the border because many of the counties here in Texas, through New Mexico, Arizona, and California, we have Border Patrol stations in those locations where we can work hand in hand with them. But there are other portions of the United States, other portions of Texas, where you have interstates that come from Arizona, from California, that transport illegal aliens to other portions of the United States of America. And I can tell you from my experience, there's often times when a DPS trooper will have an illegal alien smuggling load pulled over somewhere up near Lubbock or Amarillo, Texas, and they don't have anybody to respond to them. They can't get ICE to come out and respond to them. We no longer have Border Patrol stations in those locations. So they will actually have a tool now to hold these people that they know or have admitted to crossing illegally and wait for the appropriate government response, or be able to send them back to Mexico on their own.
What happens, though, Sheriff, if, and we're seeing some video, it's families. We've got parents with little kids. Are they separated under something like SB 4 when an arrest is made?
No, and I was actually at the state capitol when some of those discussions were being had. The governor, Mike Banks, the head of DPS, Colonel McCraw, you know, there's not going to be any family separation. They're going to treat them just like we do at the Border Patrol, and that's always been one of those talking points that the left will bring up in the media. You know, we never separated families unless there was a criminal offense from one of their parents. Just like here in the United States, if you have a child in a car and you have an adult that's arrested for DWI, you're not going to let that kid go with that adult. You're going to call CPS, Child Protective Services, and they're going to come take that child. So I can assure the public that no, there's not going to be any family separation.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.